Hi, hello, and servus everyone from Vienna, Austria. I'm Susanne from Wien Energie. I'm super happy to be here. Thanks to Martin for inviting us, and thanks to you guys out there for attending our session. What can you expect from our session? Let my colleague Teresa give you a short overview of our session.
Hello, and we will tell you today about our story and some context on how we implemented the Piwik PRO CDP in our company and how we started utilizing it. We will explain first our first use cases that we developed, and then we will also give you an outlook on what's coming next.
Let us now quickly introduce ourselves a bit and the company we're working for. I am Susanne. I implemented the Piwik Pro platform and enabled our department to use it, including the CDP. I'm also responsible for automated on and off-site reporting in Power BI that supports my colleagues in data-driven decision-making every day.
Hi, I am Teresa, and my focus topics are online campaigns and everything around data-driven advertising, as well as also implementing and scouting new innovations and trends like the CDP.
Now, about our company. We are Wien Energie. We are the largest local energy provider in the west of Austria. We supply a range of energy-related products and services to more than 2 million customers in and around Vienna. And we are a company in the public sector and a subsidiary of the Wiener Stadtwerke. It's the municipal utility company of the city of Vienna. Now, let us have a quick glance at our products. These range from electrical power, solar energy to cooling solutions, basically everything that has to do with energy. And as you easily can guess, these are all high involvement and long decision products. On average, our customers buy once a year when they extend their contract with us or when they get in touch when they move house. People don't really buy any of our products out of an impulse that we can trigger within minutes or even days. So, in a nutshell, we are not your typical e commerce shop. We have a totally different buying and decision journey that Teresa will explain to you next.
Here you can see our customer life cycle. We use this for different departments and, for example, when we analyze and implement new customer communication or new services for our customers. It's especially important when we talk about marketing automation and sending out emails to our customers. With the stars, we marked categories that we think are very relevant for the CDP use cases. So, for example, the category around cross and upselling or churn. We see here a lot of potential for website triggers, and that they can tell us what the user is doing on the website, and we then use it as an activation later on for either website personalization or marketing automation.
Now, let me show you our implementation timeline. Why am I showing you this? You can see it's been pretty long. This has been some kind of a process, and we didn't start with the CDP right away. I think, especially as a company in the public sector, you don't start with the CDP. There are some other things to solve before that, like understanding your analytics, getting your consent right, onboarding of stakeholders, etc. Our implementation timeline started in 2019 with eTracker as our analytics tool. At the moment we relaunched our website and portal, we were able to utilize Google Analytics in the Universal Analytics version and Google Data Studio. And we made good progress with this. And from there on, we learned our analytics well. But then it escalated pretty quickly in 2022 when Max Schrems, a well-known Austrian, sued NetDoctor, which is a huge portal in Austria, and the media wrote off Google Analytics as illegal. And our company CEO decided within only a week that we should follow suit and as a public sector company, because there was a lot at stake for our image. So we had to discontinue using Google Analytics immediately. In search for a viable alternative, we decided on Piwik Pro and we implemented Analytics and Tag Manager in only 2 months. At that point, thanks to Camille for your great support at that phase. And we followed up with the Piwik PRO Consent Manager 2 months later to substitute our local consent solution. And then in 2023, we rolled out Power BI as our main software for dashboarding with on-site and off-site data. And also in 2023, after a year-long decision-making process, our legal department approved of our implementation for collecting anonymous data from non-consenting visitors. So now we are able to analyze most of our traffic and not just 30 or 40%. This helps us validating our insights, of course. And already in early 2023, we were able to test the new Piwik PRO CDP. Thanks to Sarah, Bartosz, Adam, Jarek, and everybody at Piwik who supported us here. It was really important for us to test it early because as a big company, it is crucial to have enough time for onboarding all stakeholders, all technologies, all IT departments, and to spread the word about the capabilities of a CDP. And at that time, we knew already we could do it technically, but we were still waiting for our CRM, that is MS Dynamics, to be launched. And also at that moment, we didn't yet decide which use cases we would do. This was another longer process, and how we decided on the use case is the next chapter that Teresa will explain to you.
Earlier in the year, we held a workshop with different departments. So we had stakeholders present from, for example, marketing, digital sales, branding, and customer care. And for us, it was very important to have the buy-in from all those departments and stakeholders from the beginning, and to also spread the knowledge about the CDP, how it works, and what it can do. The goal for the workshop was to develop together use cases for each category around the customer lifecycle you saw before. And we wanted to come up with kind of a use case library that we can always fall back on when we implement new use cases. Once we had this list of use cases, we looked into the impact and effort of each use case. So we did an impact effort matrix and evaluated which use cases to start with. In this step, it's very important to evaluate which use case makes sense and also adds value. So, for example, where a use case can be triggered based on a website activation, or if it's also a use case that can be done through existing CRM segments. So it's always important to check that the use case, the CDP use case adds value, that it gives you a chance to use the customer information that you didn't have before. And that's how we came up with different use cases around the area of marketing automation and website personalization. And next, we will explain some of the use cases we implemented.
Now let's dive into our use cases. Let's start with one from the field of website personalization. It's a pretty classic one, the abandoned checkout, in our case, the aborted tariff change process. We were able to tailor that one to our needs. And what's behind this use case? As you know, customers don't stay forever. So we try to keep them, and we usually send them an offer for a new and a better yet limited tariff every year. And when they still convert, we want to remind them. That's what the use case is all about. For this, we use the cookie. So it's only triggered when they give consent to the cookie for the CDP. And from the cookie, we define a visitor ID. And then comes the rule set that forms the audience. We found out it's pretty tricky and it needs some creativity and know-how to form a fitting rule set. Here it is. So the user has a parameter for the current campaign, or the user visited the campaign landing page with the campaign tariff, or the user visited the campaign product and the user didn't convert. So when that rule set matches, the user would be written in the audience, and then we would show an info bar on our website to the user to remind them that this is a limited offer and the expiry date is nearing. So we make sure that the users don't forget to change their tariff in time. And we can raise our conversion rates, and we can also raise our funnel completion rates for the tariff change. So the second use case, let's analyze that one. It's another website personalization, but this time with a pop-up instead of an info bar. What is this use case about? We launched a new product and services range that's all about renewable energy. Renewable energy is currently a very important topic in Austria. And our target group is users whom we know are interested in this topic. And so how do we know that? We tagged some articles and pages on our websites. And when the users consume or read or scroll over this content, we add them into the audience that's called Renewable Interest Group. So after users enter this group, we show them a pop-up that points out that we have a specific newsletter for renewable energy, and we suggest they subscribe to this newsletter. The motto is like, stay informed and never miss updates on this subject. So the mechanism is pretty similar to the previous use case. Also here we use the cookie and the visitor ID. And the rules for audience building are a bit different. Here, I want to point out once again, it's really important to define smart rules for your audience building. This is the key to valid audience and also to the success of your use case. So why did we choose this use case? Actually, we have invested a lot into content for renewables, and this is a really important topic. So we want to broaden our audience here, and we want to find newsletter subscribers for it. So we also want to make sure we only target users who are really interested in this topic and they have an affinity for it. So now let's move on to the field of marketing automation. We have some use cases here, and Teresa will explain what we're doing.
Thank you. So in the next use case, we brought the focus is marketing automation. And here we select the users after they have done a certain action on the website. And then we trigger an email in our marketing automation tool. And for this specific use case, we select users who have frequently used our loyalty program. So the loyalty program is something where users can win prizes, tickets for events or raffles. So users who log into our client portal and then use the loyalty program are selected, and then we send them out an email. So for us, this is important as it's some information we don't have in our CRM yet. So this is for us, the CDP gives us here a chance to select users and that we can use in the future to send them information about other activities or use them for cross and upselling. So and how does this work on a technical side? So we implemented a webhook from the Piwik CDP to our marketing automation tool that sends the user ID that we selected with the CDP to the marketing automation tool where a match in our CRM is happening, and then we can send out this email. So let's look on the next use case we brought on marketing automation. This is a very similar topic. So here we focus on users who haven't used the loyalty program yet. So the goal is to increase our user base of the loyalty program. So that means the audience segmentation in Piwik is users who logged into our customer portal but haven't used the loyalty program in the last 30 days. So this gives us a chance to increase our user base for the loyalty program.
So what will we do in the next year, in 2025? We will be pretty busy. We plan to implement various use cases from the field of website personalization, data enrichment, and marketing automation. And of course, as usual, we will test them first to make sure everything works out as expected. We will make a POC, and we will make sure they are in sync with our marketing strategy. In the field of website personalization, we plan to show more than just pop-ups and info bars on our website. We want to change hero elements or landing pages according to triggers from the CDP. And when it comes to data enrichment, we have a very exciting idea here. We want to verify our customer personas through signals they give us on the website. So let's see if we can find our critical thinkers or our brand followers on site. In the field of marketing automation, we want to go live with automated emails along the customer lifecycle as previously shown. This will mean always on marketing automation, and it's a giant step from one-to-many towards one-to-one communication. Well, wish us luck for that. We have big plans, and we are already at the end of our presentation. Thank you, Dankeschön, for attending our session. We will very soon enter the Q&As, but if you want to stay in touch, if you want to stay connected and chat with us or meet us when you're in Vienna or at some measure camp in Europe, you can add us on LinkedIn. And yeah, we are ready a bit early, so let's answer your questions now. Thanks.